What is up everyone, Movie Wayne back again with another video. Now today is going to be a little bit of a different one. I usually am used to talking about lots of movies I've seen on the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about a load of movies I haven't seen. Now let me just explain real quick. There's a guy on here I'm subscribed to called Mondo Chelovic. His name is John Perry, but the channel name is Mondo Chelovic. I'll leave the link in the description down below. And he was doing a video the other day on his collection of the movies he has not seen. And I really thought, as a viewer, this was quite entertaining to watch because there were some movies that I'd seen that he hadn't, and I was dying to just say, oh, you need to watch that one, or avoid that one. And it's strange the way he's got no idea what the movie's like, but I have. And I just thought this might be interesting for you guys as well. Now I have spoke to John and said, does he mind me doing this? Because I am copying him a little bit. But he didn't mind at all. He's not bothered. And I just want to say thanks very much, John. It was a great idea for a video. But as a viewer, I really enjoyed watching it. So I thought you guys might enjoy it too. Don't forget to check his channel out, by the way, guys. Really, really good YouTuber, upcoming. He only started about 3 or 4 months ago, I think. But I'm really enjoying his videos. But let's get into it. These are in no particular order, guys. I've got a few TV shows that I'll show last. But let's just get into these movies. I think there's about 50 films here. These are all Blu-rays, by the way. And let's just get into it. Won't spend too much time on each title, but here we go. Now, the first one is Jane Got a Gun. Now, my mum bought this about 3 years ago and watched it and just said, it was okay, throw it in your collection. Because she heard it was really good, so she just bought it. I know it's a Western, and it involves this protagonist called Jane instead of a male protagonist that you usually get in Westerns, but I haven't seen it, guys. If any of you seen it, let me know what it's like. By the way, if you've got any idea of what these films are like, let me know. And I just want to quickly say, there are some very popular titles in here, but some of them are cheap ones as well, from like Poundland and stuff. And this is a very popular title coming up next. Can't believe I haven't seen this one. Gonna get in trouble. That is 007 Spectre. Look, I'm not the biggest Bond fan. I love Casino Royale. Quantum of Solace went really downhill for me, and I didn't really enjoy Skyfall all that much. But when I seen the trailer for the new Bond, for the new Bond, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna watch all these Daniel Craig ones before the new one comes out, and I recently bought this to watch just before the new one come out, but of course that's been delayed, so I'll probably watch them all near November time when the movie comes out. Might even review them all on the channel as well. I've heard this is okay, but yeah. Next up is another very popular movie, and that is The Great Escape. Yes, is where most of you turn the video off. He hasn't seen The Great Escape. I think we've all got movies that we haven't seen that are quite popular or highly rated, to be honest. No matter how much you love movies, I think there's always the odd one. And the thing that's put me off about this most is the runtime. I don't mind long runtimes, but I've got to be in the mood. I've got to be in the right mood to watch a 3-hour-long movie, but I think I'll really enjoy this. Next up is Cowboys vs. Aliens. My granddad actually watched this. He never watches movies and he loved it. And I seen it really cheap, so I just picked it up. I think it'll be my type of movie, you know, just a fun little flick to watch. Daniel Craig in that one as well. But yeah, maybe I'll hate it, I don't know. Next up, I'm not in no rush to watch this one, that is for certain. And that is Harry Hill, the movie. I don't mind Harry Hill back in the day, but he's sort of faded now, hasn't he? And I just feel like this is going to be a real stupid movie. I think he's got to go and save his pet hamster or something in Blackpool, I believe. Sounds ridiculous. I actually seen someone on the Big Paulie page today saying this is a terrible movie. So yeah, let me know if you've seen that one, guys. I'm not in a rush to watch that. My dad actually just picked that up for me from Poundland years ago. Next up is a British movie called Pride. Now, my dad, anytime he recommends a film to me, he is spot on. And he recommended this so many times to me. He recommended like films like Frailty to me and Dead Man's Shoes. And I put them off for the longest time because I didn't fancy them. But he's always spot on, my dad. Not the biggest movie fan, but when he watches one and recommends it, you've got to listen. And I don't know why I haven't got around to this. I'm probably going to really like it because he's recommended it. So hopefully I'll get around to that one soon, Dad. Next up is a David Lynch movie called Dune. I'm saving this one for when the new Dune movie comes out. Around that time, I'm going to watch this. But I don't know if I'm going to like this. I'm not massively into space sci-fi movies. I do like them, but it's hard to get into the world sometimes and how it all works. Sometimes you got to watch these type of movies twice, especially if it's David Lynch. So yeah, I just haven't seen it. David Lynch actually said a few weeks ago that he's proud of all of his movies except this one. So, but then again, Steven Spielberg said he didn't like The Temple of Doom, and that's my favourite one. So there you go. Next up, we have The Princess Bride, another very popular movie that I just haven't got round to yet. Sometimes I bring like 4 or 5 movies down to my fiance and say pick one of them, and I always bring this one, but she never picks it. Maybe I'm just gonna have to intervene and pick this one. But I've heard it's a really good, really good movie. My friends Rob and Lee recommended this to me years ago in the gym, but just haven't got round to it yet. Next up is King of New York, an Arrow release. I think I said to me dad for Christmas, he said, do you want some 5 and the 30 deal for Arrow? And I said, yeah, just pick me any 5 out of these 15 of a list to give him. And he picked this one as one of them. I just haven't got around to it yet. I'm probably going to like it. I do like criminal gangster movie, crime movies. So, yeah, I think I'll like that one. Next up is Sabotage, a Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. And I'm a big, massive Arnold Schwarzenegger fan, but I just feel like this is going to be a generic action film, and I just keep putting it off. But hopefully, I can get around to that soon. These are, by the way, guys, these movies, I do want to watch them within the next few months, because I don't want to get to this list again where I've just got so many films on there. I just want to have like 5 or 6 in the collection that I haven't watched at one time. I don't want to. This was at 90 movies at one point. It's on about 50 now, but this is The Range, another Arrow release. I've got a feeling I'm not going to like this movie, to be honest. I bought it because it's based on Ed Gein, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre is based on that. And I heard this was banned in the UK years ago, so I think that's what made me want to watch it. I might be wrong, was it banned? I'm not certain, but I'm not in a rush to watch it, to be honest. Next up, another one is From Paris with Love that I'm not really in a massive rush to watch. I bought this really cheap, and I've heard it's not a great movie. But you never know. Could surprise me. Sometimes when you say about films that you don't expect them to be good, they always turn out to be good. Next up is The Expendables 2. I've seen the first one, but I weren't a massive fan of it. The reason I bought this is because Arnold Schwarzenegger's in it, and Bruce Willis and stuff, but I just wasn't a massive fan of the first one. I just thought it was like I said, I think Sabotage is going to be the same, a generic action movie. But we'll see. You never know, it could be good. Next up is Taken 2 and Taken 3. I've seen the first movie, and these really did sound like cash-in jobs. To be honest, I've heard they're not fantastic or anything, but I don't mind if they're okay, I'll watch it. But if they're okay, I'll appreciate it. But I'm just like the other 2 action movies, they're just showing not really in a massive rush. Next up is one that I do want to watch soon, and that is Hannibal Rising. I really enjoy this franchise, and this is a prequel, I believe, when he's a young boy in the war, I think, when he's like 20 years old, Hannibal. And this could be good. I really do fancy this one, but I haven't heard great things, to be honest. I don't mind the prequel, movie though. Next up is Don't Torture a Duckling. I really like the way this movie sounded. I think it's about a kid going missing and there's a psychopath on the loose or something like that. But I just haven't got around to it yet. I don't know if this is an Italian movie. Oh yes, Relucio Fulci. So just haven't got around to that one yet. Maybe if Horror Hands is watching this video, we can let me know if that's any good. Next up, Alan Partridge Alpha Papa. My dad bought this because he's a big Alan Partridge fan. Watched it and said throw it in your collection. I'm not really a massive Alan Partridge fan at all, but this might be one of the ones lower on my list, to be honest. Next up is Starship Troopers 3 Marauder. I heard you didn't have to watch the second one to watch this. I don't know if that's true, but I could never find the second one on Blu-ray anyway. But I bought this one because Casper Van Dien's in it, and he was like the best character in the first one, really. But I haven't seen it yet, guys. Really, really loved the first movie, though. Next up is a movie I've watched half of, and that is Serenity. I just didn't understand what was going on, but I did watch it a long time ago. I've heard there's a TV show that you need to watch before this called Firefly. Do you have to watch that, or can I just go into this? Let me know, guys, but It's only one season. Maybe I'll watch it if I have to watch it to watch this. But I've had this in my collection for a very long time now, about 6 or 7 years. I really should get round to that, actually. Next up is another Arrow release called Rollerball. This really does sound like my type of film. A bloody sports set in the future. Could be, you know, a really exciting movie. I think the guy off The Godfather's in this, James Caan. I think I'll like this movie. Next up is a movie my fiance said is hilarious, and that is Where the Millers. And my friend Jack Smith, he always said it's hilarious and I need to watch it. So, yeah, I can throw these on any time, these comedies. So maybe I'll watch this one soon. Next up is a really, really highly acclaimed movie, and I haven't seen it, and I really, really should. And that is Whiplash. I really do want to get round to this soon. I really like the main actor in this, J.K. Simmons. But I've heard Miles Teller's good in this as well. I want to watch this soon, maybe tonight. Who knows? Oh no, so I'm watching a Netflix movie tonight. But I forgot it. The Gate something with Charlize Theron in. Next up is The Walk, another movie my friend Jack Smith recommended to me. Sounds good actually. A guy walking a tightrope through over the World Trade Centers, and a true story with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I thought Joseph Gordon-Levitt was going to be the biggest actor in the world about 10 years ago when I seen The Dark Knight Rises. But I still enjoy his movies, so maybe I'll get round to this one soon. Next up is The Wild Bunch, a bit like The Great Escape here. This is quite a long movie. Oh, it is 145 minutes. But I think I'm going to have to be in the mood for this along with The Great Escape. I'm just going to have to be in the mood, watch it on my own. My fiancé probably won't want to watch this. Westerns are sometimes like that for me. I've got to be in the mood. Next up is Zoolander and Zoolander 2. Never seen these movies. I like Ben Stiller comedy, but I just haven't got round to these yet. I've heard they're good. Next up, I have seen the first one, but this is 2 and 3. Triple X The Next Level and Triple X The Return of Xander Cage. I've heard this is quite an underrated movie by Den of Geek, I think it is. He really said this was an underrated film, but no one went to see it. And Triple X The Next Level with Ice Cube could be good. I don't mind Ice Cube. He's not a fantastic actor or anything, but his movies are always fun enough. Next up is a very popular movie from the 80s, and that is Howard the Duck, a nice special edition there. Just haven't got round to it yet. I do fancy this movie though. I think it'll be quite a fun film. But it's a Marvel movie as well, which is strange. But just haven't got round to this one yet, guys. Just move these up a little bit. Next up is a movie I'm probably going to watch very late in the year, and that is Fred Claus. I bought this to watch last Christmas and we just didn't get round to it, so I'll get round to that later in the year, definitely. My fiance seems to think that December you're only allowed to watch Christmas films and that's it, so yeah, I'll definitely watch that in December. Next up is a movie I'm very ashamed that I haven't watched this actually, because it's in the top 30 on IMDb. I think it might be 21 or 19 or something, and it's the only one in that top 30 I haven't seen, and that is Seven Samurai. I heard it's really good, you know, about a group of ninjas who have to protect this village, but I just haven't got round to it yet. Really should watch that one. This one is one that Samantha, my fiance, her dad picked up for us because we were all talking about it, and he said he ought to put you the movie. Just haven't got round to this one yet, Steve, I'm afraid, sorry, but I've heard it's really good. Hopefully I'll watch that one soon too. Next up is a movie I heard on Razor Wire Ryan's channel. His name is Luke. He's been on YouTube for years, and he said this was quite good, and that is Lion. One of my subscribers, Tom180, also told me it was good, so I fancy this, you know, when I'm in a good mood and I just throw a feel-good movie on. I'm always in a good mood, really, but I think it's been nominated for a few Film of the Year, International Film of the Year, 2 BAFTA awards, so it's got to have something about it. Next up is Supersonic, the Oasis documentary. I think this will be hilarious, these two, you know, especially if they're arguing in backstage and all that. But it'll be good to just see their rise to stardom and stuff. Just haven't got round to that one yet. Next up is a movie I think I will really like, and that is Shaft. Not the new one, the original with Samuel L. Jackson. I love Samuel L. Jackson. Every movie he's in is fantastic. Well, not every movie, but he brings something to the movie. I think I'll really like this one. Just haven't got round to it yet. Next up, I did say a while ago I always go out my way for Spider-Man movies, but for some reason I just didn't watch this one. And that is Spider-Man 2. I think what's put me off is I've seen the new ones, I've seen the first one of this, so I feel like I'm watching a movie that doesn't matter because they didn't carry these on. And I've heard it's not very good as well. But I'll just have to force myself to watch this one at some point. Maybe I'll like it. Next up is another movie that's in the IMDb top 50 or 60, I think. And that is Spirited Away. Studio Ghibli film. Never seen a Studio Ghibli film. This is a bit trippy and stuff, but maybe this be my way into Studio Ghibli and getting some more titles. Next up, an Al Pacino movie, which I really should watch because he's my favourite actor of all time, and that is Serpico. I should get round to this, really, shouldn't I? Yeah, I've just realised now when I picked it up that I've watched this by now. Picked it up a long time ago, and I think he's a cop in this, or an undercover cop, maybe. I might be wrong there, but this looks really good. Next up, I have seen the first one of these, but not 2 and 3. That is the Men in Black movies. I did actually watch half of Men in Black 2 years ago, but I turned it off, and I never turn movies off. But I was a bit young back then, and the CGI was just pissing me off. So I just haven't got round to getting back to Men in Black 2, to be honest. And if I watch Men in Black 2, I'll probably watch Men in Black 3 the next night. So Men in Black International is out now as well. So this next one is Ninja Scroll. I've heard this is a fantastic manga movie. My friend Jack and Matt, we're in a little group talking about games and films and stuff all the time. And them two have both loved this movie, so they recommended it to me and I picked it up, but I just haven't got around to it yet. I think this is one I'm going to have to watch on my own. I don't think this will be my fiance's cup of tea. Next up is Men of Honor, another movie I should really watch. Robert De Niro, Cuba Gooding Jr. Sounds like a really good film, actually. I don't think my fiancée fancies this. I brought it down the other day. She usually watches any movie I pick, really, but she just didn't fancy this one, so I might have to watch that one on my own again. Next up is Film Stars Don't Die in Liverpool. My nan actually bought this just to watch it and then give it to me, because she knows I collect Blu-rays and stuff, but I just haven't got round to it yet. Don't know what to think about this one, whether I'll like it or not, but I really like Annette Bening. She was fantastic in American Beauty, and she's in this movie. I think she's a fantastic actress. I think she won an award for American Beauty, Best Actress. So I really like her, so maybe this will draw me into watching that. Next up is Silverline Playbook, a movie my Uncle Levi recommended to me. I think it deals with mental health and stuff, and I've only just realised Robert De Niro was in this by looking at the back. I did not know that. I really like Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper, so hopefully I can get around to that pretty soon. Next up is Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer. I got this for £1 in Poundland, which is amazing. The only thing that's put me off about these, I don't know if they're a little dated now with all the new Marvel stuff that's come out, and will these look pretty rubbish? I don't know, but I will watch them one day. Same with this one, that is Daredevil with Ben Affleck. Another one I just haven't got round to because it's sort of putting me off with the Marvel Cinematic Universe that's out now and might make this look stupid and dull and, Colin Farrell's in this. Yeah, could be good. I think that's Colin Farrell on the back. Could be good. But I just haven't got round to that yet. 3 more movies, guys, and then I'll get on to the TV shows. Next up, Ted 2. I'm very surprised that I haven't watched this. I just thought it was a cash-in at the time because Ted 1 was so successful, but I think I'll enjoy this. I think I'll get a kick out of it. Just haven't got round to it yet, though. Next up is a movie called Mud. I really like the concept of what this sounds like. I think it's a guy on the run in this small little island. Matthew McConaughey's a fantastic actress. So is Reese Witherspoon. She's a fantastic actress. So I think I'll enjoy this one. My subscriber Tom180 suggested that's quite a good movie as well. Now this one I have seen, but I seen it when it first come out and I can't remember a damn thing about it. And that is Enemy of the State with Will Smith. I need to rewatch this to, catch up about what it was about and everything. Just cannot remember a thing about it. The only thing I can remember is that cameras are going around corners and stuff. That's it. That's all I remember. So let's just get to some TV shows that I haven't watched yet, guys. This was probably the best. In fact, there's two really good bargains here, but I picked this up for 25 pence, and that is Luther Season 1. I think I might enjoy this crime cop movie series. Next up is The Walking Dead Season 5. Now, I finished where they're all locked in that big crate with them cannibals on Season 4, and I just haven't gotten around to this yet. I haven't watched The Walking Dead for a very, very long time. And next up is Walking Dead Season 6. Just haven't got round to these yet, guys. Maybe I'll get 7, 8 and 9 when I get round to them. I do feel like jumping into that again, actually. Next up is another massive bargain I got in the car boot sale. And this was sealed. And that is Misfits, the entire season. And I got this for £2. Sealed. And then I got in the car. I just gave them the £2 as quick as I could. Got in the car, looked it up on Amazon, and it was going for £25. And I've seen series 1 and 2, just haven't seen 3, 4 or 5. But if I rewatch this, I'll go back to season 1 and watch them all from the start. Next up is Band of Brothers. I've heard this is really, really good. My friend Jay Hulme from the gym years ago told me it's a fantastic series. So, best series he's ever seen, but I just haven't got around to that one yet. And next up is The Pacific, which I've owned for quite a long time now, and I just haven't got around to this one either. But that is it, guys. They're all the movies and TV shows that I own, and I just haven't got around to yet. What do you think I should watch first? Is there any that I should avoid and put off till last? Have you seen any of these movies? Let me know. I'll reply to you all, I promise. I love talking movies with you guys. Thanks to John Perry from Mondo Chelovic for giving me this idea and letting me use it. Thanks so much, mate. Don't forget to check his channel out. And if you want more, guys, please subscribe to the channel. It's up to yourself. You know, I'm not going to force you to subscribe. Got a lot more videos coming. And yeah, take it all easy, guys. And I'll see you all in the next video.